We are recording.
If you say yes, if you say yes to my love, then you can have the best of this world. You and I, if you say yes to my love, then we can just rest on my shoulders in paradise. Say yes to my
Greetings. Thank you so much for joining us today. And you know what I always say, I'm excited. I am so excited, okay? You know what we do on the System of Dupe's Raw and Soul Food Show? We're here about nourishing the whole being, right? We're going to talk about the body, but we can't leave the emotions, the intellect, the spirit, none of that out. So, you know, we have guests from 365, right? Because we're 365-degree beings, and it's all about love. You know, I had to connect with something, right? Love. We have to share and create and understand that we're sent here different to celebrate that, right? We're all supposed to be different and love each other in those differences, because I can't be your best you and you can't be your best me. I have to be my best me and you have to be your best you. So I have a beautiful, wonderful guest today. Woo! It is such an honor to be able to honor, communicate directly with, and share a living legend, a living hero, someone who is out there fighting for all our freedoms. Because when you fight for freedom for one, you're fighting for freedom for everybody. Freedom to be you and me, right? Because that's what true fighting for freedom means. So, whoo! Let's get this party started, okay? Sister I have here today is named Queen Isis. 1900 whatever. No, this was recent. This was in several days ago, right? So let's scroll up a bit. School bans students, black students, from African hairstyles, okay? Now some argue and say, oh no, we really didn't mean that when all the hollering got going, right? They all know it was supposed to just be about the boys. But if the rules are at the school is to ban natural hair, telling you can't wear twists or cornrows or dreads or even things like coloring your hair. You have to wear your neck. Hey, what happened to freedom of expression? I was in Portland recently, and everybody up there's got green and blue hair and such. And I'm like, well, right on if that's how you feel, because it's kind of cloudy up there a lot of times, and I guess that's just how they celebrate. So let's take a look at the next screenshot. Now, same school, they had to temporarily suspend that because people got upset. Like, what do you mean? All the things that are happening in the world, you're going to focus on somebody's hair. All the issues we have in public education and such, you're going to be focusing on how that hair is not going to what keeps them from learning, okay? And it's not going to make them learn, because we know that it takes effort on all levels. You got to earn what you get, right? So don't wear that cultural hairstyle and be talking stuff. Or not walking your talk, all right? You're going to wear it, you're going to do it proudly, do it respectfully, be royal, okay? So enough said. This sister, let's go to the next link. Let's go to that next link. She's looking so royal over here. I'm just going to keep you on the edge of your seat. I'm not even going to show you her yet. Let's look at the next link. Yes, this woman has fought for 20 years to change the rules. Do you hear me? You know, what rules? Hair braiding. Yeah, what folks been doing on grandma's lap and great-great-grandma's porch for years. Yes, in Texas, she was arrested. Did you hear me? I didn't say tapped on the wrist. I said this sister was put in jail because she said, look, this is what we do. This is from my ancestors. This is, little girls do it, and this is our life. This is our culture. So not only was she braiding for earning a living for herself, this was out educating the community, helping sisters understand and learn good positive tips on how to take care of hair and how to earn money, right? They're always talking about, oh, well, pull up your bootstraps and carry yourself and all that kind of stuff. And then these people open up businesses and they're going to talk about putting somebody in jail. All right, so I didn't keep you on the edge of your seat for enough. I'm going to let her tell her story. That's right, her story. You know, you always hear about history. We talking about her story because, again, I am so honored to be sitting here with a living hero. I have plenty in the history books, right? And I have plenty who have gone before my family, and those I honor are my family now. I must honor people while they're here now. You hear me? But here she is, Queen Isis. Please tell us your wonderful story. Now get ready, y'all, 'cause I'm telling you, woo! This sister's tickling my eyebrows over here.
You know, it's such an honor, and being that this is a live raw vegan radio show.
Internet TV,
Internet
baby.
TV, that just tickles my soul, because everything we do, as you said, 360 degrees, is based upon who we naturally are,
That's
inside
right.
out.
That's right.
I want to talk about the name Isis. My family don't call me that name anymore because of the controversy. But Isis is an ancient Kemetic name, which means mother of beauty and love, and she is the protectress of children. So she's also the mother of the underground, and that's how people see me, as you know, the underground, you know, doing that informal work in the community that we always do, goddesses and caretakers and mothers and you know, educators of our community. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about just the fact that my journey started in 1979, when the word natural wasn't even a pleasant word. I can remember my mom and my children, when I started having them in 84, 85, 86, when I started locking their hair.
Ooh, child.
And this was
Memories.
just, you know, the early 90s, 92, 94. She said they were not welcome at her church because locks were an insult. And what we have to understand is this is history in America. We were never considered full-fledged humans in this society, in this America society. And natural hair, as we call it today, or African hairstyles, braids, locks, twists, afros, were not to be seen in public.
Woo, child. When I went to lock my hair, my mother almost disowned me too. She loves me. I know she loved me, but it just really threw her.
I know.
Because I cut off that perm.
I know. And that's because of history. We were, you know, we were not allowed to be seen in public with afros and braids and twists. And so now that we are able to embrace this look, we're still finding that there are issues around it.
Oh, yes.
Our hairstyles are deemed unprofessional, unkempt. They're deemed inhumane. How can a people who are the mothers and fathers of all civilization have a stigma of being inhumane?
Wow.
We are the most humane beings on the planet. So my movement with economic liberty and the right to own and earn your own living started when I just thought one day I'll come out of the house, and that's where we all are groomed. You know, we are born indigenous braiders and locticians, and the rhythm of our hands move in that way. So we align our community with beautiful styles that we brought over here from the motherland. But when I thought, okay, I'll come out of the kitchen and I'll go to a storefront, I opened up my business in 1995 live.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, you know, I said, well, you know, I could do this for the community and start a business with that, or continue a business with it, because you know we always get $2, $5. He braid, Johnny's here. Well, Lisa want her hair braided, you know. So we were always the braiders in the community. But as soon as I opened up in '95, knock knock came to my door, and it was the state of Texas, and basically they said, you know, what are you doing, lady? You can't braid hair unless you go to cosmetology school and learn how to do relaxers and chemicals and straight hair.
Did you get that? Wait a minute. She didn't want to do that.
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. So I was like, well, let's talk. You know, so we gathered the sisters in the community and we got together and we want to talk to these European people who sat there and said, you know, what are you doing? And we said, well, what we're doing is ancient. What we're doing is old. What we're doing is our ancestors' work. This is locking and twisting and braiding. Do you know anything about that? And they never heard of it. They said, well, let's do a moratorium. Let us go back and see what we can do about you guys earning money braiding hair.
Was the issue, was the problem that you were earning money?
Braiding hair.
You were earning money. Not that you go out there culturally or physically or
And
mentally.
culturally, because, you know, they don't teach cultural braiding or aesthetics in European beauty schools. So it was a combination of things. How dare you try to start something separate from us?
Right.
You know,
We didn't tell you you could do that.
that's right. We gave you no permission to do no braids. What are you doing? So
Okay.
to make a long story short, so basically in '97, before they even came back to me and said we decided to make a law, they came and arrested me. 7 cops came into my little humble salon.
Wow.
And they handcuffed me and they took me to jail. So for 10 years, I fought the state of Texas because they like put an injunction on the place and said, you can't braid. And here I am, a mom with 5 children. I'm like, what am I going to do?
Did you hear that? There's a mom with 5 children earning money to take care of the kids, and we got a problem with you.
We got a problem with you.
Wow.
So the problem went on for 20 years, and in 2015.
20 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So you cannot make a living. You can't teach your community. You can't pass this gift down to the next generation. Look, you're nobody until you give us $25,000. If you can give us $25,000, then we'll think about letting you go and braid hair.
Wow.
So I said, no, I'm not going to give you $25,000. I'm going to find a lawyer in a law firm. And that's when IJ came in, the Institute for Justice came in, and they took my case. But before I even knew about the Institute for Justice, Pamela Farrell out of Washington, D.C. at Coin Rowing Company, she's a legend in her in this industry. She's one of the pioneers. She's someone that I look up to. She and her husband came down to help me fight. So they carried me through my fight, you know, every step of the way.
Wonderful.
And that's what we've been doing. We've been trying to go across the country now that I have changed the law. Changing the law
Change the law. You hear that? You hear
from
that?
modifying the law.
She didn't accept it.
No.
She changed it.
No.
There you go.
We had to break it all down. Wait a minute. Braiding and barbering is not the same. They wanted me to become a barber and to be a barber instructor and to get a 2,500 square foot building to do one person at a time that I was training and doing.
Wow.
So the Judge Sam Sparks said, what she's practicing is older than me, and I'm 76 years old.
Woo!
That's basically what he said. He said, this is ancient. You don't know anything about that.
Enlightened. I love enlightened
Ancestral.
people.
I know, right? It doesn't matter the color. The basic
Exactly.
thing is that we as a people deserve to have our own identity. We deserve to be who we are. And we deserve to pass down equity and economic liberty and the right to have money to our children.
Right.
So that they can have something when I'm gone, they'll have something that they can continue to carry on.
Listen, y'all, somebody better ask somebody something, because this is a little lady and she is getting fired up in here. But that's what it takes. Passion. Follow your passion. You're guaranteed success. You know why? Because you're doing that thing that keeps that fire going in you, you know? So just follow your passion for the positive that's good for you, good for others. And you set. Why worry? Take that energy and time and put it into being passionate about building something. We're sent here to create and share. And guess what? We're sent here, each one individual. I don't care how many million billions are sent here. We're all unique and different. So we need to celebrate and share that uniqueness. Not be afraid of it, not talk down on it, etc. What good is that going to do? Each person has to be their best them. You see what I'm saying? I got to be my best me, because that's the best thing I can do on the planet, for the planet.
Yes,
Beautiful.
God is. Yes, God is. And so what's happening all over the country, the laws are against braiders. So American braiders are under attack. And we call this the today's civil rights movement, because economic liberty is being suppressed, and all these laws are to keep braiders from surfacing and becoming entrepreneurs. In Iowa, they just won a law that was trying to imprison women for 1 year and charge them $10,000
For braiding hair? Now,
Yes,
how many
for
people are
braiding
even in
hair.
Iowa braiding this hair? Aren't there other things to be concerned about on the planet? Oh my goodness. See, so we're talking about what it takes to be free. Essentially, this is about what it takes to be free, and we're all sent here to be free, happy, and our whole selves, right? Even that's what being about, being about raw, vegan, soul food, nourishing our whole selves, understanding what it takes to be nourished, okay? And a part of being proud and happy about who you are, that's a very, very important thing. So, for example, at the school where they had this issue where they just were banning the hairstyle, some of the students were crying at the meeting and stuff. How do you think they felt to be made to feel that, well, your hair is inferior, or you must do this?
It's the same thing that Willie Morrow was speaking about in 400 Years Without a Comb. This is the inferior seed that has been planted, and my mother did it, and I'm sure your mother did it. Oh, your hair is too nappy. Oh, it's too hard to comb. Oh, you just broke my comb. Oh, this Negro hair. All of this, it's cyclical, you know, and it's sickening.
Yes.
We have to stop it.
Everybody deserves self-love. This planet will not have peace unless people have self-love and the things that brings out in one, okay?
Yes.
We're all unique individuals, and we have to celebrate that, celebrate it, and share it. What are we all going to look like, mannequins or something like that? We're not sent here to look the same way. Look here.
That's
We
right.
got to celebrate that. Look
That's
here. We have to
right.
celebrate
Yes,
that
ma'am.
and love.
And we
Yes.
have to educate our
Yes,
babies.
yes.
And they're crying all over the country. There's a situation in the Barbados where they couldn't wear afros. This is happening all over the country. It's
Whoa.
happening in the UK. It's all over. They say if you're this and if you're this,
Right.
it don't fly.
It does fly. Okay, now
So-
let's think about that for a second. If your most natural condition of your hair essentially is an afro for us.
Yes, absolutely.
So that is economically best feasibly, right? And because we're talking sometimes about people who don't even have money to go
Yeah,
and
they
do
just-
other things,
yes,
right?
absolutely.
And then we're talking about health because now you're not putting dangerous chemicals on your hair and
yes.
all of those types of things. So
Yes.
what is the real agenda here?
They want us
Makes
to
you
still
wonder.
send our 5-year-olds to gentle treatment so that the chemicals can break down their brain cells and cause fibroid tumors and they get older. They want us not to look like we look because it's intimidating, it's beautiful. The whole world wants to embrace African hair.
right.
Everybody, don't matter the color, want locks, twists, and braids.
Yes, yes.
The Japan community, the China, in China, it's big in China. It's big all over the world.
I saw that there's a machine that they actually use in Asia that actually twists the hair out for them, you know, because, you know, we
Yeah.
use some hand or some,
Yeah.
and they have a machine that twists that hair up. So we celebrate those who are, what do you say, imitation is the best form of appreciation.
Imitation is the best form of appreciation.
So
We better
look,
say
we've
that.
got to appreciate each
gotta
other.
say
It's
that.
about love. If we
Yes, it
need
is.
love, more love on the planet, not arguing about you can't be different.
Well, nobody is arguing about it. We are the ones that's arguing about it. If we would just be about who we are
Right. Stand up.
and stand up. If they say,
Stand
oh,
up.
yeah, your child can't play ball because he has locks, then you have to show me where in your policy it says if you wear locks, my
Wait a
child
minute,
can't
wait,
play.
let me see, let's see.
Or let me take my child out and
There
let me
you go.
create my own school.
There you go.
How about
there
that?
you go. And isn't that crazy? Because we got professional athletes making
That
millions of
they
dollars.
wear
I see them in basketball with
Yes,
locks. I
cornrows.
see them, yes,
Yes,
cornrows and
yes.
football.
Yes.
Come on now, like I
Yes.
heard this one brother say one time. He said, "My hair is not going to do the work. That's not
I
a sign of my
know.
intelligence or not."
I know. And at Hampton University, the professor told a guy going to graduate school, I'm sure you read about that,
No, I
that he could not be a lawyer, a businessman with locks. So he kicked him out of grad school.
Oh,
It's a lot of stuff that's happening all over
my. I
the
had not
country
heard
right
about
now.
that.
There is an attack.
Oh, this is a
against-
recent?
Yes. This is an attack on African identity in this country. And we have to pull our babies out of the schools that intimidate. You know, that the kids are looking like, I don't want to wear my hair natural because I'm in school with all European people
Right,
or
right,
children.
right.
Well, so don't force your babies to be in an intimidating, you know, environment. Where we have to teach our self-esteem a little different. How do you build self-esteem? What is your identity in white America? You know, and the kids are looking at that. And if we don't teach them that they're beautiful from incubation, then they're not going to know that they're
Right.
beautiful. They're going
Right.
to think that something is wrong with
Right,
me and the
right.
way I look.
And see, this is how bullying happens, right? You allow bullying on one level, it happens, then it occurs in many levels. So you allow somebody to bully somebody because their hair is a different texture. Well, then
it's
that
sad.
makes them think that they can bully people about other things too. An injustice anywhere, as Martin Luther King Jr. used to say, is an injustice everywhere. So you
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
build or allow that to stand anywhere.
Absolutely.
So it's not anywhere. It's just not appreciated and it's just not allowed. And that's what's going to help this planet start resonating on that love vibration. Yes, yes, yes.
It was very hard for me to stand by myself. I look at our nation and I look at the wealth in our community, those that have, and I look at the poverty that's in our community, those that have not. And nobody is really on a large scale willing to stand on the front line. to fight for much of anything. Everybody is like, hands up, don't shoot, oh, I'll be cool, or I won't say anything. And I had to stand on the front line for 20 years by myself.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you so
And it's
much. I actually
nice.
started locking my hair in 80, in the
I had long
late,
locks.
yeah, like I said, late
Yeah.
79, 70s. And whew, I went through a lot too. I mean, I was teased, and I'm talking, I was out of high school, I was in college. People just talking crazy,
Yeah.
you know, and it was just my hair. I wasn't being disruptive or ignorant acting or negative. I'm just being me.
Power of these African strands.
Yes,
baby.
but you know, it was so interesting when my locks were really small that people, European people, would come up to me and they'd be just fascinated. Fascinated. Oh, that's so beautiful and different and all. But our community, with the problems of self-esteem, self-hate, we're like, oh, that looks like a broom or a
Yeah, that's
mop
what we
or
were
something like
taught.
that.
Yeah.
So again, it's about self-love. It's about nourishing ourselves. It's about respecting everybody in their differences and enjoying that. If everybody looked like you, did everything you did the same way, where's the variety? Where's the learning? Where's the growing? Where's the being able to appreciate something, right? Kind of like you have cloudy days and you really appreciate the sunny ones. Or if you have really hot sunny days, you appreciate those beautiful clouds that come in
That's right.
and provide shade.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for
Yes,
coming in. We do want to make sure that we talk about nappy wood
I
because you
should.
actually, oh, let's talk about the fact that does her hairstyle kind of remind you of somebody we love on stage who has those beautiful big hairstyles? Tell us about some of the people that you actually are doing styling for and the fact that you're here for.
I have a
big
school.
show.
I have the only natural hair school in the whole United States of America. That's what I fought for. And people like Erica Baidu, who grew up in my chair at 11, she was trained to do her own hair. She has a video out called that's the Love of My Life video. The braids on there, I did her braids.
Beautiful.
And just been working with her with different styles and just embracing the beauty and the culture of African hairstyles. Because all of Africa has something beautiful to
Oh, yes,
offer.
of
All
course.
the Fulani people, the Danakil people, the Senegalese people, South African people, we all have a message in our hair. But Erica Baidu's style was inspired by just the long length of flowing braids. And so we would see these long length of flowing braids in Africa. And then I started wearing my hair when she was 17. She's like, I like your long braids. Can you do my braids? So Erica is one of them, and many more people that I call celebrity customers in
Yes.
my community. So I've had an opportunity to work with Stevie Wonder, just so many different people. But the point is that school is here for us to learn, and I am teaching at the Nappy Wood event. So we want people to come by and
This
learn
weekend,
some
did you
things.
hear that?
Yes,
Nappy Wood. That's how proud we are. Nappy happy.
Yes, we
So
are.
Nappy Wood is happening this week. Bring the link up so we can see some of the site for the Nappy Wood show that's coming up. Woo-hoo! I've been before, and it's a whole hair and life expo.
It is so
on my
beautiful.
Facebook page, I've been telling everybody
Yes.
is welcome. Everyone is welcome.
Everyone's
Young, old,
welcome.
anybody, right?
Sure.
Across the spectrum of humanity. Come out. You're going to have a wonderful time. We're going to talk about not only hair care, lifestyle, diet, spiritual growth, just all of it. We're going to have a lounge. We're going to and just talking about living life to the fullest, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
we're so honored to have you
I'm
in
happy,
town.
and thank you so much. You know, and Regina Kimball also created the Natural Hair State of the Union.
Oh,
So they're going to be able to talk about that. And millennials are doing something with tech, and they're young
Yes.
people that will be performing too. But I'm excited.
Some freestyle, word, poetry. It's going to be
Yes.
beautiful. We're going to have music.
Yes.
Oh, and the fashion show, the hair show, and the clothing fashion
Yes,
show
that's gonna
is
be
off the
beautiful.
chain.
Want
It's
everyone
so
to
much
come
fun.
out, please.
Yes.
This is for you.
Yes. Now, before we go, I also wanted to say this sister is doing a lot of things. You've got some rallies you're doing around the country for a big march in D.C. next year, right? Tell us
Yes,
a little
yes.
bit about
We're
that.
doing the Economic Liberty Braid On rally because we want all the states to come together and help every state get free. So
Right.
we're doing a big rally at the capital states next year, October the 7th.
Okay.
And we're asking every state to come together. If there's a braider in the state that can't work, we're asking them to give us a call or go to naturallyices@yahoo.com. Also, we have the Natural Hair Parade and Festival that Erica Baidu was the Grand Marshal for in 2011, 12, 13, and 14. So you can look that up online as well. So this year, September the 3rd,
okay, where?
it's in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And it's just an Afro march for young girls to get ready for just the criticism that comes along with choosing this lifestyle. Even for me being vegan, people still say you don't want to eat fish, you don't want to eat nothing cooked or anything. It's like, I feel so good being 58 and eating like I eat right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I'm just saying everything is, like you said, it's holistic, it's 360 degree. When you talk about hair, you go inside out. Also have a product line that we are promoting at Nappy Woods weekend, so people can come and ask for the Sisters of Isis shampoo, conditioner, and cream. It's really, really, really excellent stuff. You can actually eat it.
Oh, right.
But
Now that's natural, right?
Yes.
Natural, all vegan.
Yes, that's
So,
vegan. Yes.
She's going to be there. I'm going to be there. The only thing that we want to make sure that we're not missing is that you're there. She's got so many wonderful things going on. She told you about the school, the rallies in the States, the march next year, the festival. She's got a beautiful, beautiful magazine called New Growth. Woo-hoo, New Growth. That's what we're about.
Yes,
Learning,
we're
growing,
about new
elevating, and
growth.
expanding all the time.
Ashe.
Okay? And Nappywood, again, is this weekend in LA down at the Reef Hotel. 2 full days of something beautiful every day from more. Come spend the weekend. Just don't even go home.
August 6th and 7th, right?
Yes.
August 6th and 7th?
This Saturday and Sunday. And we're going to just have a wonderful, wonderful time down there. So come on down. Education, yes.
Education.
So I want to thank our sponsors and allinOnePrescott.com. Make sure to visit that site. We've got wonderful, wonderful ways to build you a beautiful, strong website. It's can be a gateway to every social media links. Now, something I always do on the show, I always want to remember to do, is to talk to you a little bit about a recipe. And when I have a wonderful special guest like this, I always love to ask them, give us your favorite smoothie recipe.
Ooh, blackberries, blueberries, a little bit of mango, and a mixture of coconut water. And if you want it a little bit more sweeter, I'd use agave. And it's delicious.
Ooh, that is super high antioxidant. Your body will love that. You see us drinking a beautiful drink here, and this is actually coconut water and black mulberries, black organic mulberries. So yeah, it's really good, very good for you. So, and then you also see, I don't know, yes, you can see on the table here, you know, we always bring our little altar of beautiful, healthy things. It's hot, it's summer right now. Drink water. Make sure you're drinking supplements that keep putting hydration. She's doing her coconut water and minerals and substances back in your body. You know, I'm always drinking my Longevity mineral supplement here. And eat light, okay? Cantaloupe, watermelon. Man, I got a watermelon at home. I am enjoying so much. With seeds. Yes, watery fruits. Make yourself water drinks with a little bit, you know, you might put a lime juice and a mint leaf in it and sip on that all day. Treat yourself well. So treat your body well, serve your body well so it can keep serving you, because that's what we're here about. We're about living well, feeling well. If I'm 100, and I'm 59, so I got you by a year. So we're talking about getting younger and better every year, and eating a vegan lifestyle really, really helps with that. Raw, live food. Increase it, feel better, live longer. Thank you so much for joining us today. I love you. Take care of yourself, and you'll be helping to take care of everybody else just by helping to take care of yourself, and then you'll have more to offer yourself and others. We love you. We keep coming back. It's about being nutritionally optimized from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. Sister Modupe's Raw Vegan Soul Food. Again, thanks, Queen Isis, for being here today. We thank you for joining us. We love you. Peace and blessings.
If you say yes, if you say yes to my love, then you can have the best of this world, you and I. If you say yes to my love, then you can just rest on my shoulders in paradise. You say yes to my love, then you can have the best of this world. You and I, if you say yes to my